Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone is well. And hi, I'm Christine Crowell, and I'm here live. And like I said, I was coming here daily, and that is what I plan to do because I want to be able to help us to grow together for 2025. Now, today's video is about how do we look at today in the UK. It's Boxing Day, for example. So to me, I thought I'd put a little twist on this to say that packing away what no longer serves you and embracing the new you for the new year of 2025. And that's what I want us to really think about, how we can really move forward in our business, for example, or even if you're working for an organization, how do you move forward? How do you look at when you go back into work, for example, and becoming a new you? And that is by you not going into a toxic work environment, seeing it as a toxic work environment. Because sometimes you're going to meet people that will test you, they will push you, they will bully you, for example. That needs to be, obviously there's policies within the workplace, for example, but how do you cope when you're dealing with that? And that is something, that is very difficult to deal with. I totally understand this, but we've got to learn another way of how we can solve this problem, because we should not be accepting what is not right, okay, for us, for example, for you, for example. So today I'm going to talk to you about how you can, come out of the old self and be new by building a stronger you for the new year. It's okay to say no to people, no matter what their rank is, for example. Sometimes we have to stand up for ourselves, even though it feels painful and difficult, because we want to be able to transform. We want to be able to feel free, like the eagle and the butterfly, for example. And one of my great examples is there's the Platoon, and I don't know if you've watched it on Netflix, for example. It's the 688th Central Postal Directory. They were the first black women in the army to go in, and they were there delivering mail to either to the army, the people that were in the army, or to the family members. And they had gone through so much. It is such an inspirational film. I will highly recommend that you watch it. If you've got time to watch it tonight, watch it. I am going to do a storyline behind it, because I want to try and give us some inspiration ready for the new year, some strength and some stamina as well, okay? And it's amazing the amount of mail that they actually delivered. 17 million, I believe it was, in the space. They were only given 6 months to do it, because they thought that they wouldn't be able, that these women would not be able to deliver this mail. They were faced with so much adversity, so much discrimination, so much anger. They were trying to stop them from every angle. They lost their loved ones. They lost the soldiers had lost, the women soldiers had lost their lives, and the army didn't pay for their burial because they were black, for example, mixed race, for example. something that you should really watch. It's, although some of it is sad, there's a lot of it that's there to give us strength and to see what they went through. But they knew they had a job to do. They knew they had something to prove. And they did. It's amazing. Even Michelle Obama, the president of, well, ex-president Obama's wife, Michelle Obama, gave them, as you know, an awareness, an honor. You know, they got a statue and everything. You know, it's just remarkable. I'm going to do a story on this tomorrow anyway, but I just wanted to mention it because it just touched me. You know, I cried, I listened. It's just a remarkable story. So I just wanted to say that to you because I just finished watching it and it was just amazing. Okay, it was on Netflix. So let me go back into this. What I'm here today to talk about is about looking at the approach to the new year. It's time to reflect on what's holding us back, holding you back, for example, and how we can step into a better version of ourselves, personally and in our business as well. Now, think about the eagle shedding its old feathers to fly stronger and higher. And why letting go of things is crucial for growth. So think about what didn't work in 2024 for you. What drained your energy, your resources, or your time? Now, I'm not talking about when you're running a business and you have to do the work to get to a certain level. You have to do the work because you're the business owner, okay? But what I'm saying is something that did not help you to grow. What was it that held you back? What was it stopped you from growing and soaring high like an eagle? What was it that frightened you and held you back? What was it? So think about, is there any toxic relationships that you're possibly involved with and it's stagnant and it's weighing you down? So, for example, if you've got, like, for example, there's a change in market in business. Everything is online. We're using AI. We're using automations. We don't need to have these big offices like we used to do. We can work from home. So there's a lot of things changing. There's a lot of innovation happening, for example. So I'd like to know, have you embraced this in order to thrive, or have you not embraced it because you're worried, you're frightened? I'd love to hear in the comments whether you have embraced this. So I want you to pack away the things that no longer serves you. Just like the holiday season, you put the Christmas tree away, don't you? You put everything away because it's not the right season, for example. So what is it that's no longer serving you, that you're not growing, or you're possibly not even giving yourself that chance to grow? I want you to evaluate your business and write down what worked out and what didn't work for you in 2024. Highlight the areas where you felt stuck or uninspired. And then you want to think about releasing the old. Let go of outdated strategies that no longer align with your vision, for example. Streamline your offerings, or you could go into partnership, for example. But remember, partnerships can also drain you more than what you actually get back from that partnership. So maybe you're in a partnership, in a business partnership, for example, and you seem to be doing all the work and that person's not doing the work, and it's a drain for you, because a partnership should be equal. You should be doing the work, and so should that partner be doing that work as well. It shouldn't be one-sided, because if it's one-sided, that means that that partner isn't growing. You're growing because you're learning, you're growing, you're getting stronger, but that partner isn't getting stronger. So each time they're going to always be behind because they're not growing with you, for example. So if you feel like your mind is full, well, it's time for you to declutter your space as well as your mind. So physically clear your workspace and remove items that remind you of setbacks. For example, mentally declutter by setting boundaries and focusing on self-care. This is important for you to do this. Forgive and move on. You cannot be carrying this baggage with you year after year after year. What is that doing to your insides? You're destroying yourself. Yeah, I always remember many years ago, a lady, she lost her family in a car accident. And this woman was amazing. She actually went up to the person that caused the accident. It was reckless, for example, and said to that person, "I forgive you." Why did she do that? Because she needed to let go so that she could move forward with her business. A lot of people would not be able to do that. She needed to move on with her life. And she knew that she couldn't because she was being held back. And not think about the good memories. So, like I said, forgive and move on. Release grudges, regrets, or guilt. These emotions are in the past and it is destroying you. Write a letter to yourself, acknowledging the lessons that you've learnt, then let it go. See it as you growing, because you're the one that has forgiven that person. We all have to go through life where we forgive in order to move forward with our own lives. Otherwise, it's eating away at us. And that is not what God would want for you or for any of us. To hold a grudge. Holding a grudge is just hatred. That's not love. And God is love. So, like I said, write yourself a letter and acknowledge your feelings and the lessons that you've learnt from it. Embrace the new year for the new you. Set a vision for 2025. So imagine who you want to be and what your business can achieve in 2025. And be specific. What does success in 2025 look like for you? Because we all see it differently. Build new habits. Identify 1 to 3 habits to develop and align with your goals. An example is journaling daily. Weekly, try and learn a new skill, for example. Surround yourself with the right people. Seek out mentors, support peers, inspiring communities. Avoid energy drainers. And don't contribute to that type of growth, because you're then in that spin. You're in that negative bowl, that atmosphere. You're bringing it into your home, into your life, into your atmosphere. And what is that doing to you? Embrace your growth mindset. Like the eagle, focus on soaring above the challenges and always look ahead. Don't look behind, look ahead. Remember, renewal is a process, not perfection, but a process. But if you don't do the process, then how can you progress? You have to learn to grow. You want to have a growth mindset. We've got the boot camp. It starts tomorrow, which is a free mini boot camp for 2 days, 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. UK time. That's 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. USA time, for example, if you're in New York or Atlanta, for example. Okay? I want you to join me tomorrow. I'd love for you to join me tomorrow so that I can talk about some actionable business recovery strategies that you can make in 2025 to make this the best year yet. Remember, every end is a new beginning. By letting go of the old, you will create space for growth, opportunities, success, and let's embrace the new you and build the future that you're going to be proud of. Because, like I said, there's a transformation of the butterfly. There's a transformation of the eagle, for example. But another one that I want to talk to you about is how I just finished watching on Netflix about the black women that were in the army, and they didn't want them to go to war. So the women Army Corps, black women Army Corps, also there was Oprah Winfrey, she was in there as well. It was a really strong resilience focused story, and I'll be sharing it with you live tomorrow anyway. I don't want to go too much into it, but it is amazing that they faced the storm. They faced it head on, and they rised with the wind. Like the eagle, they were like the eagles. And they went to the mountaintop. They came out. It was such an inspiring story, and I'll go more into it tomorrow with you because I don't want to go too much into it. But if you do have the chance, do watch the 688, because what they did was amazing. 688 it's called. It's on Netflix. And the 688 tells the inspiring true story of an incredible, brave woman of the first and only woman Army Corps unit of color. It is remarkable. It really is. And I really did enjoy it. And I believe some of them are alive today, but it was almost a full century after the end of World War II. And these stories about the quiet heroes of everyday individuals have only just come to light now. I've only just heard about it now. Why did I not hear about it in history at school? I don't know why I didn't hear about it. So, like I said, it's called the 688, the story of the war's only women Army Corps unit of colour. And you've got quite a few stars in there. And it's called the 688, like I said, Central Postal Directory. And they had such methods, they used such strategies, and they all had their own strengths, and they worked together as a team. They had to, by sorting through, it was a 3-year backlog of mail, 17 million pieces of it that had not been delivered to the American soldiers far from home. And they were faced with discrimination. They were in an unfamiliar country like Europe, for example, divided by global conflict. And these 855 women brought hope to the front lines. A lot of people, they didn't want them to succeed. They didn't want them to succeed because of their race, and because of they were females. So there's two fronts on there. And there was this captain who was amazing. What she achieved, and she led her team to, through the front line, and she was remarkable. And she said that we have the most to prove. Something that you've got to watch. I don't want to go too much into it, but it is amazing. And they did exactly that. They were given only 6 months to complete the task, and they accomplished their mission in less than 90 days, providing morale when the United States needed it the most. Watch it. If you don't have time to watch it tonight, watch it tomorrow, or watch it whenever you can, because it is remarkable. It is an amazing story. It will just blow your mind. It's a beautiful story. And I see it as us as well going into business. And sometimes it's difficult. People think you're not going to make it, or they want you to fail. People want you to fail. And sometimes if you want to give up, then you're going to let them win. But like this captain, she was like, you are not quitting. And she was giving them like 3 strikes and you're out. And they all stood strong And they got stronger and stronger, and they worked together to achieve the goal of delivering the mail. Such an important thing to the families as well as to the soldiers, to help them. And every single person, anybody can see themselves in that character. Because I see it like in business, you got a task to do, but you're also faced, when you're just starting business, or maybe you're going on to a different level, you're faced with obstacles. And what this movie, which is true, it's a true story, what it gave was inspiration, resilience, and strength. And they stood their ground as well. The captain did, that is. And it just goes to show that with hard work and determination, and yeah, there's going to be challenges. In business, there's always going to be challenges. But it's, do you really want it bad enough to overcome those challenges? See, you know about what's some of the inflation that's happening, for example. We've got past history that we can learn from. It wasn't the same for the 688 women of colour in the army. They didn't have any history to go on. They had to figure it out for themselves. And they overcome it. They had a wonderful captain that was able to lead them. It's a remarkable story. Humanity, and it shone through. And there were so many positive things that helped in this process. And the spirit of all of the women there was very, very strong. They all stood by one another, and they pushed forward with it. So I want you for 2025 to be able to push forward. And there's going to be some hard times. I'm not going to say it's just easy running a business, because it isn't. But as each obstacle you come across, you're going to get stronger. And you will face that challenge and push through that challenge. Just like how the eagle goes into the storm so that it can use its wings to fly higher, to be pushed higher. And this is the way that we should see our business, that we will get challenges and we will overcome them, just like Macy's, just like Amazon, just like Disney did. They didn't shy away. They looked at what could they do that's going to make the business better for the business. And they had to see it like that. They had to move with the times. Online stores, for example, e-commerce, all of these things that they had to move with the times. And it's the same for you. But also you've got to become stronger as well, like the eagle. Because this is time for you to be the eagle now. So I just wanted to jump in here and to talk to you. I hope you'll be able to join me tomorrow at 2 p.m. UK time, because I would love to see you so that I can go through the strategies for the Business Recovery Bootcamp, for example, and I'm going to go in depth more with you, so that I'm going to teach you some strategies but also I'm going to give you a free gift on day 2, and it's going to be amazing, and I can't wait to share with you the training. And I want this to be a way where you're going to be able to use it in your particular business. And this is where it's going to be more flexible, because we do need to prepare for 2025, and we need to really start preparing now. A lot of people think, oh, I'll wait till January 1st to start thinking about things. Well, you need to really start thinking about things from when the October, if you're in the UK, that is, from when the October 2024 budget came out, because you knew what the outcome was from that. So really you should have started planning from that. But we can still do that with this 2-day mini event, business recovery event over 2 days, because I want to be able to prepare you for going into 2025 with stamina, resilience and strength, and soar like the eagle does. So thank you so much, and if you could comment here whether you've watched the film that I talked about, the true story, or tell me about what it is that you're looking at that is going to be new, that you're going to embrace for the new year. I want to talk about new things that you're going to embrace for the new year, so that you're starting to think about the future, and also what your thoughts process is for the new you, for example. Okay, so like I said, pack away whatever's not serving you, but focus on the new things for 2025 that you need to focus on to become strong. Okay, and I look forward to speaking with you tomorrow. So I will be here tomorrow at 2 p.m, for example, and we'll start the live training. So I can't wait to share that with you. Have a wonderful, blessed day, everyone, and I will see you on the internet tomorrow. Take care. God bless. Bye.